Hello viewers, we are here with Professor E. Baliguruswamy sir, former Vice Chancellor of Anna University and former UPSC member. We are here to discuss the features of the early childhood care and education which is mentioned in the new Education Policy 2020. I have a question about it sir. How do you see the new exam reformation where the students are asked to take the continuous assessments throughout the academic year, and also added to that, how do you see where the students of classes 3, 5 and 8 are asked to take the board exams?
Okay. This is a concern almost everybody is expressing. Parents and academicians and also politicians are expressing the same view. But that's not correct actually. Whatever their apprehension is not valid. See, any teaching learning process will always be assured with an assessment. Any teaching learning, whatever may be the level, wherever there is a teaching, there is an assessment to see whether the learning has taken place. Otherwise, learning has no meaning. So, that is why assessment is a part of your teaching learning process, whether at class 3 or 5 or immediately. But one of the important emphasis of this policy is to eliminate rote learning. Very important concept of the primary aim of the policy is eliminate rote learning from Indian education system at all. So that starts from the childhood education. So to totally avoid rote learning, we have to have a continuous assessment. So that final exam will not depend upon the final examination. Continuous assessment is the major part of teaching process, learning process in childhood education there. So in the final examination, they have very little weightage actually. So the continuous assessment, teacher has got lot of responsibilities. They see that the child is learning every day, almost every day, every week, every month. So the end of the semester, you have to have a few tests to see whether consolidatedly the child is able to recollect what you have taught. That's all, end of it. And then the examination is really end year exam, 3rd, 5th year, 8th standard, you have examination that's mentioned in the policy. Look at examination is a part of the learning, as I told you. So we have to have some kind of assessment end of the year. Not only 3 and 5 and 8, every year, in my opinion, every year. There has to be an assessment. But you have to design assessment depending upon the childhood development, childhood attitude, all that. There is nothing like a forcing and making mentally no pressure and mental pressure, all that. That is what some people are on the young age, we do have examination. Don't use the word examination. You have to assess. How you assess this, you have to design a technique without much pressure on the child. For example, you are teaching ABCD, at least end of the year, so whether you learn, just read ABCD, whether you are able to read or not. Otherwise, there is no meaning in the teaching learning. Yeah. So every level you have an assessment, whether it's small child or big child, assessment is a part of the system actually. So there is nothing to worry about the assessment method, but we have to decide, the school, teacher, and each state has to decide what kind of assessment you can have it, so that the pressure won't be there on the children. So this is a must actually. So the 3rd and 5th and 8th board exam word, I think we have to redefine it. It's not a board exam, it's an examination. So and it is also be decided by the each state government and the Directorate of School Education and ultimately the school. So it will give it to the school autonomy, give autonomy to the school, and the teacher will decide. And there has to be a uniform pattern of understanding, assessing a student so that all of them have come to the same level of expectation. We expect a 3rd year child should have this kind of learning outcome. And we have to take it. That is what all about by assessment. So without assessment, there is no meaning. How do you know the child has learned or not? Even the child wants to walk, you have to ask them to walk and see whether you are walking or not. So this is a part of it. And those who oppose it, maybe they are not aware of certain things there and simply opposing it. I don't think it is necessary to say that the examination will bring a pressure on the children and all that. Examination is a part. You have to have the culture of students should understand, yes, when we learn something, ultimately our knowledge will be tested there, and that should be made aware of the children. So that at the end of the 10th and 11th also they will have the same component. That means why do you have examination in 11th and 10th and 12th? Yeah. So examination is a part of it. And the word examination is now we are removing it. It's a question of assessment. You have to assess. Yeah. So that is a must actually. Otherwise, how do you know the teacher will not teach? If you don't do anything, the teacher will go there, have a lunch, quiet lunch there, evening there, come back, and the child will never learn. No, that's what today, what is happening? An 8th standard student today cannot read 3rd standard textbook. Cannot read. Similarly, 8th standard student cannot put the mathematics which 3rd standard is supposed to do, they are not able to do the mathematics of 3rd or 5th standard. Why is happening now? Because they are not properly evaluated. We are not evaluated. If you evaluate, you can take a corrective message. Please remember that. At every stage, if you know the child has not learned, we can have a corrective message. You can change your way of teaching, and you can change the way you present it, the way you treat the child. You can change it. The number of ways you can teach it. So, how do you know that the learning has taken place? Very, very important. So, if you don't assess the learning has taken place, how do you know that? It's like when you cook, you taste for the salt, that's proper salt is there. If you don't know that, you end up it go waste, So it's a part of the process actually. There is nothing like assessment cannot be separated from learning. It has to be integral part of your teaching learning process. So that is what about NEP says there. Nowhere it says you have to pressurize, you have to threaten the children and all that. So I think it is a good system there. And basically, it will bring a good discipline among the students, a regular habit, time management, good habit, time management, all will happen if you have an assessment system there. Otherwise, people don't care, Even parents will tell, don't worry, why are you studying? Anyway, there is no exam, Nobody, why are you struggling hard, wasting your time and all that, So this attitude change. You should have to change the attitude. If you learn there, it has to be assessed. So that attitude we have to develop among the students. That is what about NEP.
Yes, sir. I have one more question regarding this, sir. How do you see the cancellations of exams due to this COVID pandemic?
Because the COVID-19 situation, because the boys are not able to physically present for examination, because you will not be able to ask them to come to write physically an examination, because they have to come in number. So to avoid that, the government has cancelled the examination because it is very serious in nature. Because the children, you can't make them to travel and then sit in a place, write examination. So it's a good decision government has taken it to cancel the examination. But at the same time, how do you give mark based on the earlier semester exams? First semester, second semester, the examination, internal examination, or internal assessment, continuous assessment based on their attendance, their record, and internal assessment records. So based on that, they have been asked to give a mark, and they have given mark, the 10th result has been declared. So that is same thing happened in the continuous assessment. The continuous assessment, nothing but if you keep your assessment regular, every week, every month regularly, you keep record of it, at the end of the year, you do not have final exam at all. In fact, in Anna University, we have a local Anna University, not affiliate college, we have 50% internal. Only 50% examination. So the 50% mark, if you very regular in 50% mark, even without attending a final exam also you can pass, 40% then. So it's a possibility there. So that is why the internal assessment is an important component. The only problem is some private colleges, schools may misuse it. But then in this case actually you are responsible for everything, so you will not misuse it there. You have to have faith in it. The trust and faith is very important in the system there. So the continuous assessment is one of the important component of new education policy there. That's where the responsibility of teacher is absolutely very high. Unless the teachers are responsible, honest, so the system will fail. And the future of the students will be at stake if the teachers are not honest. So that much teacher will realize it. So continuous assessment is that's where you avoid rote learning. Why do you have a rote learning? Because you find only one exam and you have to get marks. So you have to mug up and vomit and then get mark there, and the next after immediately after examination you don't know anything. So instead of that, every week or every 15 days, every month, whatever you have taught, have an assessment, have a mark there, and it will remember there. The final exam may be little, 10%, 20%, only to consolidate the learning. And that is what is mentioned in the school education there. That's what eliminate rote learning and make them to think, So the internal assessment, again, the most important concept is you have to ask questions where they have to think and answer. Simply not to copy from there. Even if you have an assignment, home, Tokyo assignment, the assignment should be such you will not be able to download from Google. You should not be able to copy from directly a book. Accordingly, you have to design an assignment. So that you have to consult the books but not copy a book.
True.
So that is how the learning takes place. If that kind of learning, you never forget in life. Never forget in life. That is what is all about learning. So if you want to make them learn after thinking, and that's what we show, the system should provide thinkers and doers, So that is what all about this one. So that is examination cancellation placed in COVID-19 is unavoidable. It's unavoidable. And we have managed it because of the assessment, continuous assessment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving such an eye-opener to us, sir, regarding the exams and the doubts we had. And we were very much scared about the examination, the new terms and everything that they were using in the new education policy. Now everything is clear for us. Thanks for answering, sir.
Thank you.